Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Beulahland Farms. I want to start out by apologizing for my last video. I actually ended up having to upload that over three different attempts, I believe it was. Finally, on the third one, I got it right. But I had just struggled with that video. Matter of fact, uh, the weird thing is I had audio on my end, but for some reason YouTube did not like it, and it was not working right. So I do want to apologize. I had just recently switched back to a different rendering program, editing program, and I just did not have a setting correct, and so that was causing the problem. So just wanted to apologize. It's embarrassing, really. I've been doing this long enough. You'd have thought I'd know how to do it by now, but undoubtedly I didn't. So little hiccup there along the road, but we got it finally, and we're moving forward, trying to get more work done here on Beulahland Farms. So we are in June. On the last episode, I did get a little bit of trees and trees cut down on the side of the field that made us some wood chips. And as you can see, we've got some cash in the bank. We're just shy of $400,000 right now. I have gone ahead and bought this mower. It's nothing giant. Didn't want to go with anything real big on this playthrough because mowing and baling is not going to be the main focus. So just kind of got something basic, and we'll go with that on this playthrough. We do have a tedder. We've got down at the shop as well, already purchased, and so we're going to run down and grab that here in just a moment. I'm about done with this field. All right, so as you can see, let's pan around. This field has been mowed, so we're going to run over to our farm real quick, which is just across the way. I wish I had a road that went over there and would take a shortcut, but we don't. It's not too far away. And I am getting a few little glitches here and there. I've tried to go around and get the I guess it's the shader cache that's messed up, but I recently upgraded my video driver and changed a couple of settings, so I think that's got me glitching here just a little bit. So if you do see that, that's what's going on. I think we're just trying to get that shader cache built back up. Things should smooth out as we go along. So yeah, in today's episode, the goal is to try and get some of these bales finally made up so that we'll have them for the sheep. In the last episode, we did have to buy a bale, try and get the sheep fed, but they have recovered. The meadow that they are in has recovered, since they do have the hay that we put into the pen, so that's good. That's letting the meadow grow back. So I don't think they're going to need wow, what happened there? I don't think they're going to need a ton of hay, but we'll try and get some, enough that they can they can survive. Oh, let's see, let's get that in hook there, and I think what we're going to do is let's just drop this one off right there. All right, very good. Starting to accumulate some machinery and equipment. Oh, I did put a fuel station in at our barn. Yeah, still getting a few little glitches. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna head up to the barn. So we're doing really good. Oh, and you know what? I had stopped the time there. I was trying to blip around the map to get the shader cache fixed, and I had stopped time just to let's get that going again. So we're in June, We've got some crops planted. We're harvesting our first crop really that we've planted, which is our hay, the grass, the hay. The trees over on this property, you see those oak trees have gotten quite big. They may be usable here pretty soon. Of course, these stone pine just have not grown at all. I messed up planting those. I had no idea that they would take so long. But everything's working out. I think we're making plenty of money. We've had some lean times. We've had some fruitful times. Right now, we've got quite a bit in the bank, which is a really good thing. Still have a lot to purchase. We will need a baler. We're going to need a windrower, a baler, and then we're going to need some type of trailer that we can haul the hay on. Well, actually, we have that flatbed trailer. We might be okay. All right, you know what we're going to do? Let's try to save a little bit of time here. So we've got the windrower there. I'm sorry, we've got the tedder there. Let's go ahead and purchase our other two pieces of equipment. Let's check and see if there's anything used in here that we can get. I'm not seeing anything that's going to help us out. Oops, I always forget about that. Just going back here. All right, so we need a rake, and I don't want anything super big. Let's just, let's just go with this one here. This is going to take a little bit of time. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let me think here. 4.7. It's twice as big. Let's go with this one here. I may be regretting this. All right, we've got that, and then let's go ahead and get our baler. Let's see, balers. I'm going to do round bells on this one, and so let's. I think this old class one here looks pretty good. Let's get that one. Let's see what our options are. I always like to buy the empty round bell net, or the let me start over. I always like to buy the balers with the netting empty so that I can add it. So let's go ahead and buy that, and let's get some netting for the baler. We need some round bell net, and we're just going to get the stand. Let's get the class. There we go. We'll just get one of those. All right, very good. So what we can do, and I know this is not realistic here, but we're going to do this to try and save some time. Actually, you know what? Let's put the rake on the front. All right, we're just going to put the rake on the front. We'll put the tedder on the back. And we'll take off back down to the field. Matter of fact, let's go this way. Probably not the most realistic thing there, but it does work. I don't really see why you couldn't do that. It's not like these two items are very heavy. You got plenty of tractors, so hey, maybe it's maybe it's more realistic than it looks. All right, so we've got the tedder going here. I've actually mowed outside of the bounds of the field just a little bit when I was mowing, just to try and capture some of the extra grass. So I'm going to run around here and work on the outsides of the fields first, just in case I want to use a helper. That way that's taken care of. So thinking about also maybe we need another tractor at this point, and I'm thinking about something kind of smaller. just to help with like this task, I could get some of this done and then go ahead and start raking. But as it stands right now, we just have the one tractor, so not much I can do at this point, but just one task at a time. So I'm considering it. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We have plenty of money. I'll get around this field and maybe I'll decide. There is a couple in the used vehicle section. I think a little class tractor, maybe we could pick that up. There is a Challenger tractor in there as well. And it's actually pretty cheap. I don't know. We'll see. The rice over here in this field is actually looking pretty good. That's still flooded, so it's I think it's got another stage or two before it's ready. All right, so we got that done there. I think I missed a little bit down here on this edge. Let's just double check. Probably shouldn't be driving through it. Yeah, I think I did right here. Probably shouldn't be driving over it like this. We'll give this section a double tedding to be extra dry. All right, so I have got quite a bit of work ahead of me here, so let's break the video. We're going to cut this off because I do want to get through at least raking on this episode, hopefully some baling too. So we're going to go through some of these activities pretty quick, just trying to get this done, and then we'll see you back here in just a moment. All right, so there is a tractor that I have not had a chance to use yet, so I've decided to go ahead and buy another one. And this is a neat tractor. I have not had a chance to use this one. It's the Farm All C series, and it should do everything I need it to do with our hay work. I think it's a perfect size tractor. Would be actually very realistic on a small farm doing some hay work. So we're going to go ahead and get this one, and I am just going to bump up to, let's see. Let's do the 110 horsepower one, just in case we ever do get something a little bit bigger. It should have no trouble pulling it. And then let's change our tires up. Let's see. Let's do the Continentals. And let's see. Let's do the narrow tires. And that way we have an option for using it as a sprayer or something like that. And then let's take the front mount off. Let's do just a normal weight. Much as you would see in the US. And you know what? Let's throw a front loader. You know what? Let's take the weight off. Actually, this works out better. Let's take the weight off. Oh, I can only do 60. And we'll put a front loader on it. Take the tag off. Yeah, I think that'll actually work out pretty good. So $92,000. And let's see, can we buy a loader? Yep, this has a matching loader. Very good. And then let's see, do we have some some forks? Let's see. Let's see, one way to do this here is, let's see there. Oh, I cannot. Nope, 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 nope. All right, let's go here. Front loader tools. There we go. And let's see, we have. I thought we had an auto loading bell spike. All right, we're going to get this here. I don't know if I'll keep it. May change to something else at some point, but we'll go with that for now. All right, let's bump over. So we spent $100,000. But isn't that just a neat little tractor? I like that. As I say little, it's 100 horsepower with a cab, so it's not little. Let's see, how does that match up? Perfect. And does it hit in the front? No, everything is clear. Very good. Very good. I even like to have the SMV sign on the back. That's good. And while we're here, might as well go ahead and just hook up to the baler and take it down to the field. Very good. And let's go ahead and fill it up. Oh, that's a little quick. All right. Very good. Yeah, this is the first time I've used this tractor, and that's, you know, tractors like this, at least for me, is I have a better chance of driving something like this than one of those big 600 power quad tracks. You know, just locally, real life, I'd see something like this or be more likely to see something like this. So to me, this is a realistic representation of what I would see or have access to using in real life. Now, there are some farmers around here, a lot of them use John Deere, and a lot of them have, you know, 8 series, 7, 8 series tractors. So some of the bigger tractors, but I don't get to ride in them. Nor do I really get to ride in one like this, but hey, who knows, one day. There's a Case dealership near me that actually has some of these on the lot, so that's kind of neat. All right, so I am actually going to drop off the baler right here. There we go. And then we'll hook up to the rake, and let's see how this thing does. All right. Let's go ahead and bump out here so I can see what's going on, and I'm just going to go ahead, start right here. I tell you, one thing I don't like about the game right now, and I hope they fix this at some point, is driving over grass. There is absolutely no reason why the tractor should be bouncing around like that. The grass really should not have any type of effect on the tractors. I mean, it's really like driving through mud sometimes. The tractors struggle. And of course, you know, when it's bumping around like that, it's just not realistic. I mean, I understand there could be a little bit if you drove over a big pile of grass, but the way the tractors react to it, I'm not pleased with that at all. And I hope that at some point in the future, hopefully sooner than later, that they can fix that. It's trying to just get some of this that the tether has spread out here onto this road, brought back into the field. I'm kind of almost regretting. Oh, I knew I would. Regretting this small of a rake, but we'll get through it. Now that we have 2 tractors, that'll help out. Yeah, see how the tractor's just bumping around like that? That is not realistic at all. Alright, so we've got the tedding done, and I've got a helper going. I've got around all the outside of the field, some of these areas where it was outside the bounds, and I've went ahead and got that raked up, and so I've sent the other tractor off with a helper. So now we're going to hook up to the baler, try and get a little bit of baling done, and I believe this baler only does one size of bale. It looks that way, so let's see, I think that is it. All right, very good. So let's go ahead and start with this first strip here. Sometimes I hate doing these little small bales. I know they are much more realistic, but it does become a pain to deal with them all. Alright, I'm going to turn off the automatic drop. We're going to grab a little bit more just to, ooh, got too sharp, just to finish off this bale. There we go. We'll bring it back off the field so it doesn't mess up the helper. There we go. So we're starting to make some hay. That's very exciting. All right, we have got hay production into full swing here, but as you can tell, since the rake has to go down and back, well, basically 2 passes to make 1 windrow, and I can only, or it only takes me 1 pass for the same windrow. Is a slow process. I'm actually catching up to the to the rake, so I have had time go around the field and get some of the edges done, and then also went and got the truck and trailer and brought down to get ready to load these bales. So I've loaded a lot of pallets manually, so I don't think we're going to load a whole lot of bales manually. We may load a few, but we're going to have to do a manual feeding, so we're going to do that. Probably load a few manually just to do it, but we're going to probably use auto load for the majority of them. But it's going to be a while before we get to that, because I can't use the other tractor. It has the front end loader on it, but it is busy raking. Still going behind trying to get these bales made up, so too much all for one episode. So we're going to leave it here. We'll bring it back in. I'll probably be done with the baling when I bring it back in. Try to get some of these loaded up, get them hauled over to the barn. But the other thing that's going on the farm is we have dry corn that has come up in price, and we may need to go ahead and try and get that sold. Hopefully, if we can get things taken care of and sorted, we can get to it before the price goes down, but we'll just have to see. So anyhow, we're going to leave it here. Matter of fact, I need to stop here because that guy needs to come back down this row. We're going to leave it here and pick it up next time once the baling is completed, and then we'll go from there. Things are starting to get really busy here in Beulahland Farms. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure and click the thumbs up button. Give the video a like. If you're new to my channel or hadn't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do that right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope each of you have a blessed day.